My name's Kieran and I live in this bloody van. But I would rather that one. Imagine the heating in that place. I never got that why windows are halfway under the floor. Bye then. My name's Kieran and I live in this bloody van with this bloody dog with two aims. First aim to travel to 45 countries with that bloody dog. You love him, don't you? And the second aim is to use social media money to make mental health retreats. Oh, let's go and have a look at what we get up to today then, shall we? This place is better. Auschwitz there, and I just swung by Auschwitz there. Couldn't bring myself to go in there. It's a couple of things, but we won't get into that. But however, if you want to go in there, let me spill the beans on how you do that. You need to buy a ticket. So the ticket, I believe you can get one online, or if you're driving in the area, you can get it from Auschwitz 1, which is Auschwitz. And then you've got Auschwitz 2, which is Birkenau, the one I decided to go to today to show you. Reason being, Auschwitz 1 is the popular one. Super busy. However, Auschwitz 1, free parking. Auschwitz 2, Birkenau, for a van, i.e. the one I turned up in, you're looking at about £20.50, basically. I have been there before. I have been there before, years and years and years ago. Last time I was there, and again, this is not political whatsoever. I've got my own moral compass, and I don't agree with harming of anyone. In fact, anything, and that includes animals. I don't eat meat for that reason. I just can't bring myself to do it, but that's just my personal preference. However, visiting there was not political, alright, at all. I just wanted to show you somewhere very morbid, because I've explained this basically, long story short, I've explained this on live before to my followers on old Tickety Tockety, my little legends, and I do recommend going there, hence why I swung past, but simply put, I just couldn't do it today. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not only that, it was too warm, and dogs aren't allowed in there either, so I just couldn't, with all the things, leaving the dog in the van and whatnot, and the more morbidity, not a word, but you know, the morbid thing. There's a bloody dog just on its own here. What? Bruce, do you want to get off your high horse, son? Come on then, boys. Is he with someone? Are you lost? Oh, are you right there? Are you okay? Hey. Bloody was as well. I found the owner, but the dog's just dipped. I tried telling him, but language barrier again. Honestly, my life. What is going on here with everything? That bloody bloke has got about as much sense of urgency as my sister when I ask her to do something for me. Yeah, Kieran, what do you mean? Yeah, yeah, Well, your car's on fire, is it? Yeah, I'll get onto it. Yeah, who do you need me to phone? The fire department. Can I just finish watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, can we? No, sister. Can you please help me? I'm on fire. I literally just said to him, his dog's just dipped, right? But in slow English words. Words he may understand. He's like, "Ma, thank you, thank you. Vela." If my dog dipped or disappeared quick, I'd be like, "Brad." Oh my God. Anyway, I have been to Auschwitz before. Last time I went was, it was with my ex-wife, but you know, talking about Auschwitz is morbid enough, isn't it? We don't want to bring up that stuff as well. And the only sort of good thing about that tour that I went on, because I went for the tour, and if you want a tour, guided tour, I highly recommend that, because otherwise you're just walking around a museum and it is just, again, I need to be careful what I say here before a drone hits my van. It is just, and look at this, it's just loads of buildings where they lived, sort of like a battle camp. Let's have a look at this. This is bloody stunning. Someone's lit it. What a random, beautiful thing to stumble across in the woods. So it is just a battle camp, right? With a load of towers going around and a load of fences, which I've shown you the outsides of it just there. The guided tour is between 30 and 40 pounds. My God. But it does include the museum, and that's where the sort of, again, I need to be careful with what I'm saying here, because there's not bits of, look, the thing I haven't got, right? There's piles and mountains almost of that, and that's what makes it very morbid. People say as well that there's no birds there. Birds don't fly over it, birds don't land there, which is a lie, because I saw it with my own eyes. This is what I read up on before I went there the first time. It's probably 10 years ago. And the good thing is about my tour that I said, it was in winter, in the winter months. It was like January, February or something like this. Which made it, and I had a really thin jacket on, so I thought it was going to be warm. It must have been warm-ish in the UK at that time. So I just assumed it was going to be warm, so I only packed a thin jacket, sort of like a Stone Island one, but not more than £6. It was like a Mac in a bag. Alright, but the good thing about that was it brought it to life, because they were there. You've seen like the boy in the striped pyjamas and stuff like that. That's what they were wearing. There was no warm clothes, there's no warmers, like, and it sort of made the story more relatable, but more, I could put myself in them shoes, their shoes, basically, if that makes sense. So yeah, although I couldn't go there today just because of everything, you know, the dog being too warm and that, and I weren't leaving him in the van, obviously, because, you know, I've got some sort of sense of urgency when my dog's concerned. Jeez Louise, don't say all this stuff, says. My God, right. Look at it. I bet we bump into that. What are these? Bloody deadly bloody berries, are they? Again, not a political thing, the reason I went. It was just simply to show you. And it's as simple as that, really. But going back into the museum, this is off memory. I didn't go into Auschwitz 1. There's piles of shoes, piles of clothes. You see the where you get cremated. I can't remember what that's called. Like an inferno bloody thing. I don't know what that's called, to be honest. You see the chamber as well. The people who'd done it, again, need to be careful with what I say here. The people who'd done it destroyed the chambers at Birkenau. I believe they got one of the chambers at Auschwitz 1, and they didn't have time to destroy the last one. They was trying to destroy evidence, basically, but they didn't have time to destroy the last one. So when you go in there, in the chamber, you walk through, like, when you go in the chamber, it probably would have been a good idea to show you, but I don't want to show you everything. I want you to come and see it as well. Like I do, I really do. I don't want to show you everything I do day to day, even though I didn't do that today. In the chamber, there's genuine, and I tapped the wall myself, and it is solid, like, you know, there's no echo. It's just like you just hear your bone going, giving it one of them. That's what it's like, essentially. And but the morbid thing is the scratch marks on the walls. You see them from the people who were in there, obviously, you know. And the one thing that I had to laugh, otherwise I'd cry. On the exit to the chamber, you see someone's carved in. I can't remember the name exactly, but James was here 2009 or something. Can you believe that? Charming little park this is, or forest, whatever they've called it. I can't read Polish, as I'm sure you can appreciate. But there is about a quadrillion mozzies, so we're going to get away from the water a little bit now and hopefully not get lost. But now in my look, of course we're going to get lost. What I meant with I can relate to it is because I was in my thin jacket, it brought it to life a little bit more. That's what I meant. No disrespect intended. However, again, I do not condone any sort of harm to any living thing, human, animal, insect. That's it. And we'll leave that at that. If you did want to go visit, I do recommend visiting, and this is what I said on live, I do recommend visiting, purely because it's a completely different type of holiday. Plus you get to see Krakow. Krakow is stunning. Warsaw is stunning. I'm talking Prague, stunning. Barcelona, stunning. Don't rule these places out, these random bizarre places. Don't rule them out. Visit them. You know, you'll soon see how nice the people are, how accepting they are. I wanted to try some of that beetroot soup, but because of the CO2 emission zone, I'm like, nah, mate. Purely because you can't pay for it. You have to register as a Polish person. Like, you can't pay for it. This is what these guys said yesterday, and I was like, so how do you go around it? They're like, you can't. I was like, right, okay, fair enough. Love it, but at the same time, warning lights are going off in my mind, as you can appreciate, because if anyone's going to get pulled over, it's going to be me, and I don't know what the rules are involving that, so I just stay clear of it. But that brings me on to the point where I was saying I wanted you to see things for yourself. I don't necessarily want to show you absolutely everything I see. I don't show you everything I see. I don't show you everywhere I go. That's just what, you know, I live my life at the same time as sort of documenting it as well, if that makes sense. Purely because I want you, it's like the mystery, and that's what we're going to use Poland as, a mystery. I've hardly shown you it, apart from the problem that we had 2 days ago with the crash, and you know, we spoke about it yesterday whilst we were getting the van sorted, and we went and had a little sneaky peek at Birkenau, Auschwitz 2 today, and now we're on the way to the Czech Republic. Now we're gonna enter the Czech Republic tomorrow, aren't we? So we're going to use Poland as a perfect example of what I'm talking about there. It's a mystery. I haven't shown you it. Come, go and unlock them bloody mysterious gates yourself. Honestly, you won't regret it. The people are nice, the food's lovely, the market streets are bizarre, but at the same time stunning. The only pickup point I have is the drivers. I'm not joking, it is a dog eat dog. It's the worst place I've ever driven. So if you are going to come, do a here, that's it. Like, don't bother driving, you know, unless you're a professional driver or you've got gonads of steel. Don't bother. I've nearly crashed. It's fair to say probably around 6 times today. Not me. But you would say that, wouldn't you, Kieran? I'm being legit. I've never crashed in my life. Like, it was always the 2 crashes I've had. One was 2 days ago. One was in Stranraer last year. In fact, here we go. I got a reminder. Post this to your story on this day, 2024. It was a year ago to the day it happened. What's that all about? What are the chances of that? There you go. The drivers are horrific. Simple as that, really. Horrific. It's like Mario Karts, like with the banana peels coming out the window and all. Like, it really is horrific, stressful, tiring. And if you're like me and get stressed and whatnot, I was like, my God, I cannot wait to get out of here. But it was such a shame as well, because I wanted to go and explore. But I was like, it's just not safe. And you have to weigh up what's important to you, you know. This channel's important to me, you guys are important to me, but this dog is my world. And if he got harmed because of some person on the phone, or from someone being a douche and, you know, pulling in half a metre in front of you at about 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour, that's the type of thing I'd go to prison for, like. And so I also have to protect myself as well. But so we'll leave Poland as a mystery. Come visit. Honestly, you will not regret it. I'm telling you the truth here. You will not regret it. It's beautiful. Be wary of the honey traps though. Be wary of them places, because that's legal over here. From what I understand, it's legal. If it's not legal, they don't care about advertising it. Right, I'm talking like the other thing, not that, but the other thing that's legal in Amsterdam, for example, and Spain, for example. Everywhere here, and they'll lure you in faster than you can say Werther's original. Like, honestly, don't bite on that hook, ignore it, walk straight and just keep bloody going to where, from point A to point B. Capiche? That plane was just like sounding dodge, like, you know, they do in Afghan and stuff like that when they're going past. It was not a familiar noise, and this is stunning as well. And this is random, actually. We'll sit here for a little bit if there's no noises, boy. Let's have a look at this. The reason why I was wary of that plane there is because today I've seen a message from the Polish Prime Minister or President. Again, I'm not au fait with it, so please forgive me. That they've took down a couple of Russian drones today. Guess where I am? Yep. I don't want to get involved, guys. It's nothing to do with me. I've done my time in doing that stuff. Just leave me alone. I just want to be honest with you, get to the Netherlands. You know why. Not the honey trap stuff, but you do know why. Look at this bloody place. Brizzy, where are we, my love? Where are we, boy? Alright, it was a little bit unfair not to show you any of Poland, so we'll show you this. Right. Look at that building. But I would rather that one. Imagine the heating in that place. Be extortionate. Let's have a look down here. Ooh. Little tower thing, look. Charming. That bison, did you hear that? Earlier on, that was a stag giving it 10 to the lady. Basically a stag's version of saying, get your chebs out, love. I know, you might go, oh Kieran, that was a bit. But it's the truth, isn't it? That's what he's doing. Yeah, that park, you get to see bison in there as well. I've never seen a bison, so I might go in there in the morning. That'll be on tomorrow's video. Bloody hell! This is, you know what I mean? This isn't a famous place. Like, look at it. Look at it. I'll show you more. This is what Poland has to offer. It's stunning. £5 to get into that bison place, but my problem is it opens at 9 AM. And I've got a bit of driving to do tomorrow because I need to do the Czech Republic, as I mentioned, in one day because of all the misdemeanors and bumps and scuffs we've had along our way, like, so we need to speed it up a little bit, hence why I lost today, and go hopefully via Prague. Can you hear that? Hopefully we can get eyes on here. Don't ruin it, Mercy. Hopefully the what's it called at the front of the thing isn't a dog, because it will ruin it. A dog in an outfit. See what I mean? How beautiful is this place? A lot of old people. I'm not going to record. I'm not in the business of recording people doing their own thing, no, but I did appreciate it. Nice surprise. But see what I'm saying about Poland? Yeah, this is just a random town. I don't know where I am, to be fair. I'll check 2 secs. Obviously, I'm going to have to spell it, right? Pszczyna. Lasagna. Ah, is this where lasagna comes from, is it? That was rubbish, Kieran. Come on, switch on, son. But I mean, a random town. Not a famous one, not a well-known one, but look. And this is what they all offer. Get on the bloody plane, guys. Get on trip.co./stagbellow and book a flight. Look at it. I'm so glad I came here. For example, my friend said, she was like, because my favourite city is Barcelona, just for the beauty aspect of the entire place. Excuse all the graffiti. You know. In fact, it wasn't graffiti, it was a shop sign. She said, I know what you're saying about Barcelona, however, don't rule out, she didn't say these words, but don't rule out Prague. That's what she said. So that hence why I want to go and explore the bad boy. Here you go, look, 880,000 zloty, which is £169,230. You love that, don't you? That's even cheaper, that's half the price. I always refer back to the stuff you can buy legally in shops, right, in the UK. The things are about 15 quid now, purely because it's a rough ballpark for people to understand. Here, they're 4 quid. This is a right little hidden gem, this. I know it's the town square and they're always the best looking parts of the areas, aren't they? But where do you live? Honestly, where do you live? Is your town square like this? Could be better, but mine's certainly not. That might not be your cup of tea with the old chipping off the old brick, but that is mine. I don't know what it is about that. I don't know if it's the character thing. I like unusual, the quirky, like. I love that. Do you? I never got that why windows are halfway under the floor. Bit strange, isn't it? But this building's a lot more spectacular up close. Look, I love it when it's all lit up. This is what I came for. Oh God. Yeah, I'm glad I showed you a little bit of Poland. I'll wrap the video up in a minute. So we've got a fresh new slate ready for the Czech Republic tomorrow. I don't get that either. See this? The lion and the unicorn there. Or is it 2 lions on this one? See it? Like on the bloody, where's my finger? There. Boom and boom. That's like the warrant officer class 1 rank slide. And it's above courts and it's stuff like that. And although I was a drill instructor, I still don't know where it comes from. And I probably should, to be fair, because once upon a time I was aiming for that rank. Yeah, cheers. But I wanted to be the first drill at one point. Just to have you, that's the only person in the parade world who's allowed the black stick, who's allowed a black stick. And I wanted it because everyone else can have any other colour. I mean, there's been stories where people had camouflage colours on a parade stick, on a drill, like, what's it called, paste stick, that's it. I was so proud of mine when you get given it at the end of your drill course. Can I get out of here? Yeah. Get given it at the end of your drill course. I was so proud of that, chuffed. That was like a highlight of my life, that. Purely because I got to have banter with the recruits, to be honest with you. Because when they get out of training, they're turning into arrogant arrogators. What is down there? Oh dear. Broken glass. I don't dread to think what's down. I'm not leaning over that. Not a chance. The camera can now. And there she is once again before we take the steady stroll back to the van. Unless someone's broken and stole everything I've ever owned in my life, this will be the last clip of the day. Yeah, again, Poland. But I know I've touched it briefly on Czech Republic, but that's because I'm excited to go. I've never been to to Prague, basically. So a little bit out of character. Saying that, these past 2 days have been a little bit strange. 2 videos, I mean, have been a little bit strange, haven't they? But nevertheless, I hope you've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed recording them. I didn't enjoy the crash, granted, but apart from that, Poland's been an absolute dream. Again, I can't stress enough. Give all these... Oh, beautiful. Go on. What was that? That wasn't the same as before. What time is it? 8:2:02, is it? What was that? There's someone leant on the bloody bell, have they? What was that all about? Because it's certainly not 2 in the morning, it's about 8:30, mate. The hat's off. We mean business. Again, I can't stress enough the beauty of these places, and you know, I've touched briefly on all the others. I've been to Poland before, like I said, it's stunning beyond belief, like I mean beyond belief. Something you are not expecting at all. If you've never been and know nothing about it, I guarantee you will not expect this place to be like this. I mean, look, this is what it has to offer. This is a random, it sounds like lasagna, doesn't it? But this is a random town. But the reality of the beauty that's out there, I mean, imagine all the other places, like imagine like, you know, the Asian countries, imagine like the South American countries, imagine, you know, all the other countries. Everywhere will have their own take on it. And this is what I love about this is considered Central Europe, Poland. Poland's like the divide between the East and the West within Europe. Right, we touched on the East, which was like, you know, the Baltics and whatnot. Look at the place. Look at them. You won't expect it. I guarantee you that until you get there and you're like, wow, why did I go to Gran Canaria 16 times? Why did I go to Lanzarote 13 times? Like, what is there? Think about it. Like, you know, it's your life. Do with it as you will, but think about it. What's there? A pool and an all-you-can-eat bloody buffet or whatever they call it. You know, not duty free. What's it called? All-inclusive. You know what I mean. How many times do you want to do the same thing? Travel is where your life changes. Travel is where your life changes. And what I mean by that, I seen it earlier on my phone, and I thought of it after I seen it, because I'm on a Flick Snock basically. And you get, you know, on this day, I believe it's the same with old Facey B and all that sort of stuff. On this day, like a year ago or a couple of years ago and whatnot, it will show you the videos you posted then. And I was looking at the videos I posted then. Like I said earlier on, to the day when I was hit the other day in the van, it was to the day it happened last year. You can't make that up, but you know, like life happens. It's weird, isn't it? However, even though I was going through that crash, I still, I was still travelling, I was still going around the UK, but my face was like, you could tell I was really down still, even though I tried to cover it up, and I still am down now, like, but it's getting easier to cover it up. What can I thank for that? Travel. I'm not making it up, like, I'm genuinely not making it up. You should see the difference between my eyes then, my face then, and now. It's, it's as clear as day, and it's as simple as that. Like that's the truth. That's what travel has done. And you go, yeah, but it's extortionate. It is, especially when misdemeanors happen, problems, crashes, bumps, flat tires, whatnot, all the things that happen in life, the problems that happen in life. Of course it's expensive, but that's why you need a security fund, basically. You need a little, what do I call it now, not just in case, you know what I mean, you have like a spare piggy bank just for like problems. I've got a name for it, but I can't remember. It's been a long day with all this driving and whatnot, but a backup fund, that's it, that's what I call it, my backup fund, which has only got like 2 G's in there, but it's for that. It's for rainy day things, like, because of life happens. If you prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That was one of the only good things that I ever learned coming out the Marines. Like, that's the truth. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Have your little just in case fund, emergency fund, and do it. The rewards you gain from it are second to none. I've seen that myself in my own eyes, looking at this on this day post earlier on. I've seen it with my own eyes. Do it. I can't stress it enough. And you know what? Even though this place is beautiful, I've got a funny feeling Prague's going to be even nicer. We've all heard of Prague, haven't we? Like, the world's heard of Prague. It's one of them places. Not taking anything away from this place at all. But every country's got their own beauties. That's the reality of travel, and that's the fun. Is it going to be better or is it going to be worse? But the experience cannot be matched. Can't be matched. It's as simple as that. The experience, the life lessons you learn, the friends you bump into as well. Like, I have people crossing the road here to come and see the dog. Like, this is one of them things I don't show you. Like, it's personal. I don't like showing people's other people living their life. Like, it's their life, basically. I don't like doing that. I'm not one of them. I like keep it on me and show you the buildings that are here for everyone to enjoy, basically. That's my cup of tea. I don't like to intrude, to be honest. That's just my personal take on things. But you see so many people, welcoming people wherever you go. Before I go on a ramble again, I'll wrap it up now, but thank you very much for watching. I truly do mean that. Thank you very much. I do mean that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you do or have enjoyed it, even though these past couple of videos have been a bit rogue, right, and not the norm, essentially. However, I've enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. Anyway, thank you, Poland, for having me. Thank you for being welcoming. Thank you to the garage as well. And I didn't show you the name of the garage and whatnot, but thank you for helping me. Again, you call, they answer. Different world, more loving world, a more accepting world, and I bloody love it. Anyway, amigos, until next time, I hope you've enjoyed, and take care now. Don't forget to visit Poland, and bye bye then.